Yeah, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about, we're going to be focusing on the pairs. We're going to see the potential pairs that we are going to focus solely on this week, right? So now let's start off with EURUSD. Now looking at EURUSD from the daily time frame, the daily time frame is bearish into the downside. Now there's 4-hour structure, which is the internal structure, is also bearish into the downside. On the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, what you can see here is the market has been through what we have been creating swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, and now we put down another swing low. Right now, this is the current market structure that market push into the downside. That broke market structure, and also at the daily swing structure, right? And also at the daily swing structure, this black line right here. Now this black line, I'm going to use this black line as liquidity. I mean, as long as the internal structure remains bearish, it also remains bearish. Now on the 4-hour time frame, this is the impulse that broke market structure into the downside, right? Within this impulse, we have liquidity, 4-hour liquidity over here. But if we go into the 1-hour time frame, we also realize that we have a 1-hour liquidity as well. All right, we have a 1-hour liquidity. Now for myself, I'll be looking from shorts from those liquidity, right? I'll be looking for short for those. However, looking at 0.5 retracement, let me make this chart clean. Let me take out the opens. Yeah, now if you have this, we have the 0.5 retracement. Now we have the 4-hour liquidity seated at the 4-hour liquidity. For myself, I'm not really interested in this 1-hour liquidity. I rather wait for a push to this liquidity, which will become a high probability for myself. Remember our plans, guys. We have our market structure, which is bearish. We have our liquidity, which is not yet mitigated. We have the premium versus discount, which is also not. Now we'll wait for all those things. We just have to wait for those things. Wait for those. So for myself, I think this is a high probability trade for myself, right? I think this is a high probability trade for myself. So let's see how next week goes, right? We took out these equal highs over here, right? Remember I was talking out of my other video that this is the this is the potential place that market can get to. Now, so this is a high probability trade for myself. So let's see. Now let's go to the GBP/USD. Now looking at GBP/USD from the daily time frame, you see that the daily time frame is bullish, right? You have the swing low, swing high, swing low. You have the swing high. You put out a new swing low. Now you took out liquidity. My market pushed to the upside. Now what the 4-hour time frame is telling us is different from what the daily time frame is telling us, right? Now you see that the daily 4-hour time frame is bearish into the downside. You had an impulse to the downside that broke market structure. Had another impulse into the downside that broke market structure. Another impulse into the downside that broke market structure. Now this is the current market structure, which is bearish, swing high, swing low. Where is liquidity situated? We have liquidity situated over there. We have liquidity situated. This is a 1-hour liquidity. This is a 4-hour liquidity. We have the 4-hour liquidity situated at situated at 4-hour liquidity. Now looking at this, for myself, fundamentally the pound is relatively weak, and the US dollar is strong. So for myself, this is a higher match probability. I rather focus on GBP/USD rather than EURUSD. So let's see, right? I think this is also a high probability. If we look at the opens, if you look at the opens, let me see. Okay, well, we don't have any opens supporting our buyers, but it's still fine. It's still fine. We will just have to see the confirmation that we need to enter a short position. If market give us that, then we can confidently, or take a sell position. So yeah, that's it. I see this is also a higher match probability for myself. So let's see. Let's go to the USDCAD. For USDCAD, this is man, come on, guys, look at this, man. Like, this is super bullish. This is super bullish, bro. Like, this is super bullish. So for myself, what I'm thinking of is on the 4-hour time frame. What you can see, we had an impulse into the upside, took our liquidity, pushed to the upside, took our liquidity, pushed to the upside. Now this is the current market structure, right? Pushed to that, took our liquidity as well, right? Now for myself, this is very, very, very bullish. So myself on the on the 1-hour time frame, all you can see is, I mean, we have this liquidity over here, we have liquidity over as well. So for myself, I'm gonna be very, very cautious with, I mean, I'm gonna take caution on USDCAD because this is bullish. Market can come here and then boom, or you can come here and boom, boom. I mean, so let's see. Market can, definitely market can do this. Boom, come here, boom, push to the, or maybe even retrace to this, the lowest liquidity before push up to the upside. So yeah, that's USDCAD for you. Sorry guys. Yeah, so that's USDCAD for you, but I'll keep an eye on USDCAD, right? I'll keep an eye on USDCAD because it's super bullish, man. I mean, if you're looking at the DXY, I think looking at the DXY as well. Let me see. Looking at the DXY as well. Yeah, looking at DXY as well. You see that the DXY is super bullish, right? You had a break of structure to the outside. You had a you had a break of structure to the outside. You had another break of structure to the outside. So you see, this down. This is the current. This is the. Now this is the. Come on. Now this is the current market structure, right? Market did take out this liquidity before pushing up, just like EURUSD did, right? So now we've had a break of structure. This is the new impulse to the side. I'll not say this is a strong high, but however, you still have liquidity within this impulse, right? Market can still count to this liquidity and then push to the upside. So that's DSY for you. Now going back to USDCAD, right? Going back to USDCAD. Like this guy, yeah. So yeah, that's USDCAD for you. Looking at the Australian dollar, Australian versus the New Zealand dollar, right? Looking at this from the daily time frame. From a daily time frame, what I see here is, this is kind of a little bit tricky. What I see here is meaning, I mean, we have a trend line liquidity, base here. Base, right? We have a trend line liquidity right here. Which market took to the downside, right? Let me take out the fucking out. So yeah, you have a liquidity right the way market took out, came into this demand, right? Came into this demand right here. Took out this liquidity, took out all this liquidity, and then now the market is pushing to the upside. Yeah, so I think that's USD. That's AUDNZD, right? We are market came into this demand right here, took out all this trend line liquidity, and now market is we're having a bullish trend forming, right? We had a push to the side. Market took out this internal liquidity right here, made a push to the outside. Now this is the current market structure, impulse to the outside, right? That broke market structure. Where's liquidity situated? I have liquidity here, second liquidity, third liquidity, and we have the fourth liquidity right here. But let's just focus on this third liquidity, these three liquidity. However, market can still come and take out this liquidity. Now I have the 0.5 free retracement, right? For myself, I think the 0.5. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So looking at opens, let's see if we have any opens that's gonna support our wires. Not really. You see here, guys. See here, guys. I mean, come on. Look at the monthly opens. Come on, man. Just tap in. Come on, rally up. Like, come on, man, guys. And also, like, it's also at the demand zone, right? So see this. Come on, man. Look at this, man. From the higher time frame. Let me do it from the higher time frame. Yeah, come on, man. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. I mean, come on, man. Just came to the monthly opens, but just that the confirmation wasn't there, right? I think this push was because of some bearish, sorry, some dovish data growth. This pushed to the downside. Some dovish data growth, right, came into the came out of the I don't really remember, right? So it's, yeah, some weak growth data came out on the Australian dollar. So yeah, that was it. So now this is the current structure. So for myself, I was looking for long from one of these liquidities, right? If market give me the confirmation, I'll be looking for short longs for one of these liquidities, right? So let's see how it goes. The next target on AUDNZD is gonna be this high right here, right? It's gonna be this high right here. So let's see. Now looking at the pound dollar, the pound versus the Australian dollar, right? Yeah, right. Now what we see here is we had a push to the downside on the daily time frame that broke market structure, right? Market retraced to the 0.5 retracement, took out first liquidity right here, but then no reaction. Took out the second liquidity, and what we've seen a slowdown in the market, right? Market didn't take out this liquidity, right? So now what I'm waiting for is simply we had a push to the upside that broke market structure, took out liquidity here, push to the upside. We had a break of structure right here, right, as well. Now we have seen what the internal structure was bearish. We are not seeing any bullish trend, right, forming over here. So meaning what the sellers are in control. Now I had a push to the downside, market pull to the weekly open. See, look guys, look at the weekly open. Just kiss the weekly open and what push to the downside. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful, man. I mean, look. Now we had a push into the downside again that broke market structure. Shift the overall trend, right, on the 4-hour time frame, right? Now this is the push to the downside market. We have liquidity situated over here. Looking at the 0.5 retracement for myself, I think this has started retracing already, but let's see if market opens, right? So yeah, you see you have the 0.5 here. So yeah, for myself, there's only liquidity within this impulse to the downside, and then we also took our liquidity on here before pushing to the downside, so making this a strong high. So for myself, this is just a high probability for myself, right? So let's see how it goes. Let's see how next week goes. Yeah, let's see. Pick our liquidity. I wasn't able to catch this move right here, right? You saw a shifting structure over here. Market missed my entry over here. Again here, market missed my entry and then pushed to the outside. That's crazy, man. But yeah, let's see how it goes, right? Let's see. Right, looking at gold, right? Gold from the daily time frame. On a daily time frame is just daily time frame is, daily time frame is bearish into the downside. It's bearish into the downside. Break of structure. We had a break of structure here again. This is the impulse to the downside, right? From here, I think the current momentum is into the downside, so we just have to focus on the short side of things, right? Now looking at the 4-hour time frame, we had an impulse. Market took out liquidity here. My push to the upside, downside. Sorry. Now you have this the current market structure. Market push broke market structure. Market took out liquidity, shifting structure, and then what? You saw the supply zone right here that pushed the market up. We have internal liquidity within this impulse, right? Market didn't take out the liquidity right here. Market didn't really take out the liquidity, right? It didn't take out the liquidity. And then here we had a push to the downside. Now again, this is the impulse into the downside. For myself, I think market should retrace to this liquidity right here. Yeah. There's a current impulse that market creates to the downside, right? That broke market structure. Where is liquidity situated? There's first liquidity here, second liquidity here. So yeah, for myself, I think all the pairs, they are kind of like looking good, but I'll be looking at them from the fundamental B's, right? So let's see. So yeah, let's see the next to target this equal highs or ascending highs, lows, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, and then the next target also is on the 4-hour time frame or on the daily time frame is gonna be this liquidity right here. This liquidity. This will be the next target for what's the name? Gold. But let's see. The market can still reverse on the way, but market is reacting. So yeah, so that's it for yeah, that's it. Let's see tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. My next video, right? So yeah, peace.